Evening all, Rich here, back for part 8 and the final part of this SS Cap Arcona tutorial. Today's focus is the ship's lifeboats and any details which I forgot along the way. So we're going to do the lifeboats last and we'll do the details that I forgot about earlier on. So we're going to go to the back end of the ship first and we're going to sort out some pillars and some handrails basically. So we'll go right down to the back end first because there is a lower deck which I didn't do in previous videos which involves adding pillars. So we'll go right to the tip of the back of the ship. And it's on the open deck on the black section down here. So you've got this open deck down here, and I didn't add any pillars. You may have already done it, but I didn't. So for those who are wondering, we can add the pillars now. So we'll get our end rods, and we'll put a pillar on the centre like so. And then every fourth block out to the side, just add a pillar. So 1, 2, 3, 4 pillar. 1, 2, 3, 4 pillar. 1, 2, 3, 4 pillar. 1, 2, 3, 4 pillar, 1, 2, 3, 4 pillar, and 1, 2, 3, and so on. There you go. So there's the pillars down that side, and it should look something like that. And we'll do the same on the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 4 pillar, 1, 2, 3, 4 pillar, 1, 2, 3, 4 pillar, 1, 2, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4 pillar, 1, 2, 3, 4 pillar, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I may have screwed up somewhere, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. I think that's slightly different design on both sides. Yeah, it's a slightly different, slightly bigger gap on the other side. So I'll just 1, 2, 3, 4 pillar there. There we go. That's where we want it. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 pillar, and then we can delete that one there. There we go. There's our pillars added there. And there's a slightly bigger gap between the wall and the last pillar, but you can sort of block that off and make the gap slightly smaller if you want to. Just add 3 or 4 blocks to make it a bit smaller if you want to. It's up to you how you want to do it, but that's just what I've done. So I can do the same the other side. I've got the pillars in the right place. I just add a couple of blocks of extra wall, and there we go. So there's that opening on the back end done. Job done, marvellous, brilliant, all that thing. Right, so what we're going to do now, we're going to go right to the front end of the deck that supports the, whatever this is, the tennis courts, I think. So we've got the open deck which overhangs out to the side of the ship, and we're at the front end of that. So here's the front end of the deck, this wide deck, and we'll go underneath that. And what we're going to do, we're going to get our handrails, which are iron bars, and we're going to go from the corner underneath, the front corner, and it's the same on both sides. What we're going to do is add a pillar of iron bars going down to deck level like so, down to the boat deck. And then from that pillar, you're going to go round the back end of the ship, all the way around to the other side, to the same corner here on the other side, and do the same there. So I just do the handrails all the way around, and this may take a while because it being iron bars, they're a pain in the ass to put together. We'll get them in anyway. So there's the handrails around the back there. I'll add them on the side of the stairs as well, and then we'll just do the handrails around to the other side, round to that corner we got on this side. So these things all out of the way. Like I say, these things are a real pain in the ass to do because they're very finicky about where the positioning of them goes, but at least we're putting them on dry land and on the deck, so it shouldn't be too bad. And I think doing this with console controllers, like a PS3 controller or a PS4 controller, is probably a bit more finicky, but this with a mouse, it's easier. Right, so here we are, up to the corner of the, the front corner of that said deck, and we build the pillar down to the deck level there. There we go. So that's all the handrails we want to do there for the moment. The handrails will go along the deck a little bit further later on, but we'll get the lifeboats in first. So there's the pillar attached to the handrails, and then every fourth block, like with the decks below, down here, or ones further forward, you want to build a pillar every fourth block. Or it's up to you really. If you want to build it every fifth block or sixth block, it's up to you. But I'm going to do every fourth block. So 1, 2, 3, fourth, and bloody pillar thing. Like I say, these pillars are a pain to put on. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 pillar. 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 And you sort of get an idea on how this goes, but 1, 2, 3, 4 is not an easy thing to do. 1, 2, 3, 4 pillar. 1, 2, 3, 4 pillar. 1, 2, 3, 4 pillar. And you get the idea. Like I say, just do the same all the way till you get to the end of the deck. You don't need to worry about going around the back of this area here because it's all exposed. So just go up to the end of where the deck overhangs the deck below, and just add those iron bars there. So I've given you an idea on how it should look, sort of like that. You can't really see the iron bars. I don't think end rods attach very well to these things. Let's just try it a sec. So we get our end rods. Do these things attach very well? They don't look too bad. If you want to use end rods to attach to the handrails, you can. But personally, I don't really know what to suggest really. What you can do as well, if you want to, you can remove the handrails and replace it with a white wall, like so. So so it's like the deck below. You got a wall with a handrail sat on top. It's up to you how you want to do it, because personally, anything's better than these bloody handrails. They don't look too bad when using them as handrails, but when you've got to attach something to them, they do look a bit crap. So yeah, it's up to you what you want to do. Personally, I'm going to carry on with these iron bars here because that's what I've done on the prototype. But if you want to use the end rods with a white wall around the deck, then by all means do so. So I'm going to leave that up to you, but I'm going to do a jump cut while I sort out this mess, and then I can come back and do something else. So back in a moment. Okay, back again. So I've added the handrails and pillars on both sides of the ship now, and it should, in theory, if you copied my design, look something like that. But personally, I would leave it up to you and let you do your own thing, because it don't look pretty, if I'm honest, with the handrails and the pillars like that. Because with the pillars below, with the end rods, it just looks a bit odd. But there we go. But like I was saying, personally, I'll add a wall around the deck and then add the end rod pillars. But it's up to you, because it does look a bit crap. But can't do much about that. Anyway, what we're going to do now is move on to the front end of the ship and to the back end of the ship's bridge wings. So the bridge wings just here, and we're going to go to the back of them. We're going to add the lifeboats, and the lifeboats, there are going to be 7 sets, and there are 2 boats per set. So we're going to go to the back of the pillar, back of the bridge wings there, and we've got a pillar underneath. So we go to that pillar there, and we're going to go 3 blocks back from the pillar. So 1, 2, 3, and then in one onto the wood, we add our first davit, and the davits are 7 high. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus 2 up, and then 2 in like that. So there you go. There's your first pillar davit like that, and then you're going to leave and count 16 back from there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And there's where our second boat goes. I'm just trying to think, is that a bit too long, or is that just right? I think that's fine. So it's 16 long to the next one, and then that's in the next pillar like so. So that's 7 high as well. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 2 and 2 in like that. So there we are. There's our first pillar, first pair of davits like so. And then between that, you're going to want to build your boat, and the boat is only 13 long. So the hang on, is it 13 long? Yeah, the boat base is only 13. Well, the boat itself is 13 long. So the base of the boat is going to be 11 long. So if we go 2 back from the first pillar and build our boat keel, which is 2 blocks wide and 11 long. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, like that. And then at each end you build back or forward, whichever way, 2 and 2 like that. Same the other side, 2 and 2, and then join them together along the sides like so. And then same on the other side like so, and there we are. There's your first boat, and that is pretty much that's it. And that is a lifeboat. Now for the rest of the details, you just fill in the whole space like so, like that. Now these lifeboats are stacked. They're double stacked. Okay, so you got to build another one on top. So what we're going to do, we'll add 2 black blocks at one end of the boat, roughly 2 in from the end, and the same at the other end, roughly 2 in from the end. So there we are. There's our feet for the next boat, and then we just build the same thing on top. So the same design, 11 blocks for the bottom, like so, and then the ends as before, and then the sides as before again. So it's a double stacking lifeboat, and it don't look too bad. So there we are. There's our boat there, and then just fill in the space inside like that, and there you go, there's 2 boats. And then if you want to add more detail, you can add the canvas cover, which I normally do with carpet. Now this ship has got red and white funnels, so what should we do? We'll go red. We'll go red funnels. Oh, not red funnels, but red carpet. So I put the red carpet on the top of the lifeboat to detail it all up, and just adds a bit of extra colour to the otherwise very bland colour scheme of this ship, and pretty much every ship, to be honest. And there we go, there's that one there, and then the same on the boat below. And then everything should all look fine. There we go, so there's our lifeboats. First 2 lifeboats done, and it don't look too bad. Now for the next set of lifeboats, you're going to do the same sort of design again. So we go behind the second davit. This time we've got to build closer to the edge of the ship, because the first 2 pair were built on a seam, you know, where the ship gets slightly wider. I built the first davit 1 block from the white, that's fine, but the second one is 2 blocks from the white. So we go back along again, leave a 1 block gap, and then we go 1 block out to the side towards the outside, and we add our next davit. So the davit here is 7 high again, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus 2 up and 2 in. And then the next one you want to count back 16 blocks. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We do the same again, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2 up and 2 in. And there's our second pair of davits. And then you just do that same process again with the lifeboats, putting them in that space between davit 1 and davit 2. And everything should be fine. So in total, on the side of the ship, you're going to want 7 lifeboats, or 7 pairs of davits. So that's the first 2 pairs done there. So you just want to add another 5 along the side, up to roughly where the deck overhangs the side. Yeah, that's the theory. You should get 7 lifeboat stations in. But if you can't, then just do what you can. But that's the first 2 added there. So I just build the base of our next boat. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 there, and then the ends like so, and you get the idea. So there's the foundations of our next boat. So what we do then for the next set of davits, you go 1 block gap and 1 out to the side again, closest to the side of the ship, and then it's 16 again, 7 high, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus 2 and 2 in, and then a 16 block gap, or 16 blocks back to the next one. So that's 10, 13, 15, 16 there. Same again, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus 2 and 2. So there's our 3 pairs. And then 1 block gap again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 2 in. And then 16 blocks back again for the next one. 16 on that one there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 1, 2. So that's 4 pairs, and we add, is that 4 pairs? 1, 2, 3, 4, yep. And then 1 block of gap again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 16 blocks back again. Should add the next one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's 5, and we should get 2 more in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 16 blocks back again. 16 on that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 1, 2. So that's 6 sets of davits, and then the last pair just behind that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 16 blocks back again up to that set point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 1, 2. And there we go, there's our last pair of davits. That's 7 sets of davits in place, and we've got a bit of a gap between the last davit and the overhang there, so that's fine. And that's how it should look with the davits in place. So all you got to do then is just fill in the lifeboats. So that's 7 pairs, so that'd be 14 lifeboats on this side, and then you got to do the same on the other side. So that, in theory, should all work out. But I should do a jump cut now while I fill that in, because I don't really want to build more lifeboats. But that's giving you an idea anyway on how it should all look. So just fill in the lifeboats, and then you can call it done with the lifeboats there. So you do the same on the other side as well. So I shall do that, and I shall be back in just a moment. Okay, back again. So there's all the lifeboats in place, and it should, in theory, look something like that. So there's 7 pairs of boats down each side with the red cover. The red does stand out quite nicely on this ship, I think. Blue or grey probably would have done as well, but the red does look quite good for a ship of this type. There, so there's the 7 down that side, 7 pairs, and I've also done the other side as well. So 7 pairs down the other side in the same position. So I've got 20, how was it, 7, 14, so I've got 28 lifeboats, so that's, don't know if that's adequate for a ship of this size, but who cares. So there we go, that's all the safety bits done, and the last jobs really is just detailing, you know, handrails and things. So what we're going to do, we'll go back to where the handrails ended under these pillory bits here. What we're going to do, get our handrails again. I'm just going to extend the handrails from this point all the way up to the davits there. But if you use the white wall all the way around, then just extend the white wall up to the handrails, up to the davit there. So there we go. So there's the handrails. May as well connect it up. So there we go. There's the handrails up to the davit. Looks alright, doesn't it? Do the same the other side. So extend handy rails up to davities. There we go, and that's our little job done there. And then the next job we want to do is add the handrails from the top deck of the superstructure all the way along up to the back of the ship's bridge wings. And we'll just do that around these staircases here and up to the front end. So it's the same on both sides as well. So the handrails are sort of a last minute thing, because I'm not going to do any more building, because building is pretty much complete. So the handrails are just a last minute add-on, and just get these handrails in place. So how far have we got to go? We've got to go a bit further. So if it was straight lines, I just use world edit, but there we go. So just get these handrails out of the way, and everything should all be hunky-dory. And there we go, there's our handrails added there. And don't look too bad. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to quickly copy that to the other side, copy the handrails over, just to save a bit of time. And hopefully everything should work out fine. Copy down to about that point there, and I shall stand here where we'll do our usual copy, flip, paste, and there we go, there's our handrails on both sides. Not looking too bad, and that is pretty much it for the handrails. Let me just look on the prototype. I don't think there's any more in use. There's no handrails around the upper superstructure like around the funnels and that. I think the only handrails on the top are for the wheelhouse, which we've already done. So that's that. One more last bit of detailing to do on the bridge wings is to add the brown trim. So we use the brown carpet for that. So from the top of the bridge wings we can add the brown carpet round to the ship's wheelhouse. So we add these all the way around like so. Completely optional, but it does make the ship look a bit more classy. And of course, brown does hide the ship, so there we go. Do the same the other side. Pardon me. Up to that end. Bit tired as well. Right, so there we go. There's our handrail. Not our handrails, our carpeted bits on the bridge wings there. And you can also do the same on the deck below around the front wall. So do that as well, and then we can call this ship finished. If I can get around this bloody thing, right, there we are. Da 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 da, dee 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 dee. And there we go. That is pretty much it for our Cape Arkona. Actually, don't look too bad. I can get rid of the HUD now. There. So that's it. That's the Cape Arkona. Or Cape Arkona, depending on what you're going to pronounce it. I'll call it Cape Arkona. That's it, done, finito, all sorted. So that's 8 videos done for this ship, a very large ship as well. Not the biggest, I know, because we've done the Queen Elizabeth, the Lusitania and the Britannic, which I think were bigger. I'm not sure if Lusitania is bigger than this one, but sort of comparable in size. And Lusitania is a much better looking ship, in my opinion, but there we go. But that is the Cape Arkona all done. And there we go, so hopefully you've managed to build it as well as I have, or better, whatever, and yeah, don't look too bad. So I appreciate all the people watching, commenting, subscribing, suggesting as well. I mean, there's always suggestions for other ships in the future. I've got a big list of ships I can do and ships I can't do, but I shall do what I can. But yeah, thanks for watching and all things like that. It is all appreciated. Thank you for the patrons as well. I've got 4 patrons, which is quite good. I've always got them in the list at the end of the video, and they're always on the list and always a part of the channel, and it is much appreciated. And consider becoming a patron if you want to. It helps keep the channel going and all things like that. And as per usual, if you're going to be building this as part of a downloadable project, a video on YouTube, or a build in another game or whatever, then don't forget to leave a bit of credit for the design. That's all I ask for. I don't want to seem arrogant or anything like that. I mean, I just ask for a little bit of recognition for the build and the design. You know, I'm not going to hunt you down and strangle you, although it's tempting sometimes. But yeah, that's all I ask, and it's all appreciated. So yeah, but anyway, thanks for watching and all things like that, and I shall try and return with another video soon, and we shall move on from there. So thanks. Yeah, so this is Rich signing off, logging off, disappearing, and I shall return with another video soon. So bye for now.